Hey there guys, my name is Christine Dwyer. Thank you so much for clicking on this video because I want to help you deal with objections. Now, if you have your own home business or any business, even when you work for a company and you're trying to do your best with sales or bringing people in, whatever goal and quota that you might be looking to do, there's going to be objections. I mean, that's the way of the world. How can we handle objections? Sometimes it really plays with our insecurities and it really digs into us because we may not be so confident in understanding how to respond, and we really want that person to be a part of what we have going on. Well, first of all, we can't try to convince someone, right? If someone has in their mind an objection to what you have to offer, immediately, we're not trying to be defensive, first of all, as well as we shouldn't try to convince someone. We shouldn't try to make them feel dumb either. We have to think about, it's about handling this conversation with poise and to understand it may not be for everyone. Think about it. Think about if you had an opportunity put in front of you, someone asked me, I really think you would be great at truck driving. I mean, your driving skills are amazing, so much better than your husband's, right? I think you'd be perfect for it. Now for me, no, I don't want to be a truck driver and I don't care what it pays and whatever. I'm never going to be a truck driver because personally for me, I'm not passionate about it. I've got 2 small kids at home. I like to sleep in my own bed every night. I like my own routine and schedule. And I used to travel for a living all the time before by airplane to different states, and I'm done with that. So no, truck driving's not for me, but there's a ton of other people who are truck driving, they love it. That's what they love to do. They're passionate about it, and it is for them. So we have to think about what you have to offer may not always be for someone, and you have to be okay with that. Your opportunity to talk to them is just about sharing an idea, giving them food for thought, planting a seed for some other possible option for them to address a need that they may have in their life. People have different needs, of course, and it's a matter of your conversation to understand how you can unfold that need and what area it might be able to fit in. So, how can you handle objections? Really? Think about this. Again, your job is not trying to convince as well as to defend. We already talked about that. But guess what? Let's dive deeper into defense. Because knee-jerk reaction, human nature, we get defensive, don't you? Think about it. Think about something that you love. Like seriously, you love that restaurant down the street so much and you really love the hostess there. She's so super nice. She treats everyone like gold. You would jump out in front of a car for her because you just love her to pieces. Like you have such connection there. And then someone comes to you and says how much they hated it there, that the hostess was a jerk and that blah, blah, blah. Immediately you become defensive. Like, no, it must have not been her. That must have been a different person. Oh, she must have been having a bad day. Or the chef must have been out. Whatever the case may be. Immediately we become defensive about something that we love. Say, for instance, something happened to one of your family members or one of your close friends, someone that you love so deeply and are passionate for. Something happened personally to them by someone else, and you step in to fight for that person. You're defending them because you're so passionate that we immediately come to defense. That's a knee-jerk reaction. Now think about your product and the service that you have to offer right now. You love it. You wouldn't be in it, right? I know for myself, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I didn't love it to pieces. So, I am quite passionate about it and I will defend it, but not when someone comes up to challenge me, right? That's what you have to think about. Not everybody's coming up just to ask questions. Sometimes some people are coming up to challenge you and to put you on the spot to see how you handle it. Well, I'm going to share with you how to handle it quite easy. And it really just comes down to practice. So even though as you learn this technique's not old. It's so been done there forever. I'm just sharing it with you in this video. That's it. But once you learn this technique and you start applying it, you need to practice. So your homework assignment is practice. You got to practice this. Set your spouse up for situations. Have them ask you a question and you got to answer it on the fly. Have your friend do that. Have someone put you on the spot so that you can keep practicing so that when the real question comes up to play, you're comfortable, you're confident, and you feel in control. That's what it's about. It's about being in control. So this is nothing new. I didn't invent it. It's the feel, felt, found way to handle objections. I know how you feel. I felt that way too. But what I found was this. Or, I totally know how you feel. My friend felt that way too. And what she found was this. So if it's not your personal situation that you can answer to, maybe you know someone else, right? So let's think about an objection. One of the objections, for instance, is network marketing. Well, that's my profession. And it is that title, network marketing, but you know what? This is different. Network marketing with different companies feels and lives differently. So you got to just kind of figure out what are you passionate about? What do you have a connection with for the products and for the culture? And then that should be a strong focus for you. But for me, this is an area for me to be able to live my life out loud and to be able to keep myself more accountable, strong. So when people get the fear of looking into this, they immediately get this fear of being roped into some pyramid scheme or to being into some quota or hitting some quotas, that they really get this wall that they put up when they find out about network marketing. So it could be something about asking that person to join your team. And their objection is, I don't think network marketing's for me. I mean, it's probably like a pyramid scheme, or I just don't know if that's my thing. I don't know. My response would be, I know how you feel. Believe me, I know how you feel because I totally felt that way too. Honestly, I had a really bad experience with network marketing when I was in my 20s. I went to this big meeting. I was so desperate for money. I was working 2 jobs. I was living on Medicaid. And I was going to school at the time, living on the state financials as well. I was trying to scrape it together, and I saw this meeting. I was like, oh, I gotta go. And I went, and I didn't even really know what was going on, but I just remember something about selling gumball machines and putting them in doorways, and I was like, I'll do that. Gumball, I love sugar, I'll do that. And I bought into the system. I spent $700 for these cassette tapes. I signed up. I don't even know how I signed up. Seriously, put it on a credit card, had no money at all, had cassette tapes. But then when I tried to actually do this and I tried contacting the company for help, the company was gone. The company was gone. Ugh. That was my first experience. So I vowed never to do any home business ever. So I totally know how you feel. But what I found with this was that this matches my lifestyle already. I was already doing this, and it actually makes my lifestyle a lot more stronger this way. And I actually am a lot happier now because I'm really helping people find a solution for their life that they didn't think there was a solution. And this is why it works for me, because it fits right into what I'm already doing. I was already doing this prior to. I was helping people already. And now this just fits right in. I honestly built the beginning of my business when my baby was in nap time, or when both of my kids were in bedtime. I built my business then. So I totally know how you feel. I appreciate you considering it. Do you have any other questions that you want me to go over? And if they don't, or if they do, keep answering it with the feel, felt, found. But if they don't, invite them to look further. Invite them to look further. Offer a video that shows them more about your business and a way for them to be able to maybe do this. A lot of the times when people say no, initially, it's not right now. That's it. No is never really no. No is, let me just step back for a second and check into you a little bit more. All right. I appreciate you following me here. Make sure you subscribe. And also, if you want to find out a little bit more about me or follow me on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Coach Dwyer. You can just click right down in the link there and it's going to take you right there. Thanks. I will check in with you next time.